Let's build something.
Sounds good. And I will, for the audience's sake, I will actually show how raw and real this is. I have no idea what Mike's about to put me through. Let's go.
We've got this hackathon that we're supporting, and I thought we would just run through and do it. We're going to show you how Vibes works, and we're going to kind of follow this adventure that Torc put together in terms of making an RPG style game. I guess the first thing is, what is Vibes? What's the briefest explanation that you have for how to describe it?
Vibes is, you could say, yet another AI app builder. It uses AI tech to make it really easy to generate apps using just normal human language. And the way that it's distinct from all the other stuff out there is that it is full stack. So it's going to use a special database as well. And then lastly, that database is going to be something that runs both locally and synchronizes effortlessly amongst the other users as well.
Let's get into the initial prompt. If you want to pull up Vibes on your screen.
Let's go. Here we are.
The objective of this hackathon, and we're going to follow these rules, is we're trying to build an RPG style game that has a little bit of kind of a spooky Halloween theme.
I love this theme.
Why don't we create a starting screen, kind of an opening scene for the game, the hero's welcome, as they call it.
Yeah, pro tip, you don't have to log in, but if you start your journey off by creating a user account with us, you'll see if I just slide that little menu over on the sidebar there, it'll prompt a pop-up which will allow you to authenticate via either a GitHub account. If you have it, you can use Google as well. I kind of like to log in with GitHub. Once that's done, you get to just type your prompt in. Mike, do you want to try a prompt?
Create the starting screen or maybe the opening scene of my game. This section is called the hero's welcome.
Keep cranking.
Yeah, so this is a role-playing game. I guess that's it. Let's see what it does. Let's start
All
there.
right. Yeah, no further instructions? All right, this is what we call a low-fidelity prompt. Let's rock.
Where do you sit on a high-fidelity prompt versus a low-fidelity prompt in that way? I like to start vague, but I'm curious what your thoughts are.
I think there's kind of two different ways to vibe code, and they're very distinct, and it has much to do with the fidelity. If you're the kind of person who likes to think privately, deeply about everything that you want to do in advance, more power to you. For people that like to do that, prompt enhancement is cool, using a separate tool and just having like a whole planning session. Vibes DIY is really good for the other thing, which is you're like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I got a vague idea, literally a sentence or even a 1 or 2 word prompt will usually, with our tech, produce something interesting. So me personally, I think vibe coding is most fun when you're kind of making it up as you go along. So I'm a low fidelity prompt guy. Oh, this is instructive, actually. We've hit our first error right away. Okay, so realizing we've got a technical audience here, should this happen to you, and it might, vibe coding, there really is no tool that is error-free yet. It's usually just fine. You'll notice what happened is it actually caught this in the JX compilation. You can notice specifically, it was pretty smart. Our linter has said, hey, you've already declared this this identifier. So you'll notice here, when you get this kind of error, we do anticipate it, and just smashing that fix this for me usually will produce the result that you want. Separately, for what it's worth, if bug fixing is part of vibe coding. I mean, frankly, if you're like a freak like me, you kind of enjoy it. Someday maybe we get magic one-shotted everything with no bugs, but I will lose a little bit of the joy of just tinkering and fixing. Let's see what you got here, Mike. I'm actually quite curious. Okay, so welcome to Mystical Tavern. All right.
So we're not... Explain to me where we are kind of in the process right now, because we're still in the kind of the builder aspect of Vibes.
That's right. Yeah. So as with all the other apps in this category, you could think of this as kind of the IDE context, right? So we have a chance now. We can totally use this app. It is functioning. We've not yet published it to the web. And this is kind of a cool tip. You notice if you want to publish it, I mean, I'll do this right now. Our deployment is really simple because of our infrastructure and our stack. You'll notice if I hit that publish app button, boom, I just immediately get a link to it. And this is now available out there on the World Wide Web.
And now, with this is also something that I find useful when I get to a point that I want to essentially save the app. I will publish it,
Yeah.
because there is that concept of the remix button where you can then continue to edit but have your saved copy.
Pro mode, Mike.
Is that,
but yes,
is that too much?
No,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. I like to think of publishing while, like, in the context of a hackathon, publishing like what we just did, share, publish. And you notice now I can update, right? So what we're going to be doing, think of publish as the closest thing we have to like version control on some level right now. But yeah, as soon as you get to a good place, when you publish, that snapshot of that code is going to get taken and deployed out to that URL. Now, if you deploy it and then you return to your editor as we have here, you might want to make a change. Let me actually do this really quick. So I don't kind of want to type in all this stuff. I'm going to show you something cool here. If you go to settings, we've got some things that you can kind of turn on, and these are like libraries and prompt options. Demo data is something that we do that's kind of special for us. If I include demo data, and I'm so sorry, this is like rough around the edges. In order to save this, I have to like toggle the state of something. You notice I just clicked a checkbox, clicked off. We're aware of the issue, hang tight with this. When I save that, now I've kind of told the model that I actually would like help generating AI data here. So I'm going to say I just turned on demo data. If depending on your idea, if it is useful for you to have a bunch of, for instance, you say, hey, like, maybe I want to make enemies. Like, you could spend 20 minutes trying to come up with the name of a bunch of different enemies. But this demo data feature will use an LLM to auto-generate it. Consider it like fixture data. Right now, you'll notice we are changing the code base. So when you see that code symbol spinning, that is the model literally regenerating code. So
question for you: when we're updating the code base, are we changing the published version, or are we generating a new version that we have to publish?
Well, so yeah, this was the point. So we haven't changed anything yet on this published version. So for instance, right now we can validate this by saying we've got begin journey on the published version, but we've got a new button here. So I can't wait to hit that button. But let me go show you how to update it. If you make a change and you like the change, that would be your time to, quote, update code right here. And that's also very fast. And that's just literally going to refresh the code base on the published URL.
Oh, there we go.
Tabs.
There it is.
Okay, yeah, here's the published tab.
Oh, wow. And it's 3D.
Is it 3D? What am I missing here?
I don't know. It looks 3D in the background. It's
doing some particle stuff, yeah.
From this screen, let's generate that demo hero.
All right, let's do it. So you'll see it was pretty fast. So we've got, see, I would not have had the time or creativity to think of Whisper, Shadowfoot, and Lady Evangeline.
Thor, Iron Beard. Yeah. Okay.
We have them. Now, apparently, we can begin journey. I have no idea what this does. Shall we give it a shot?
Let's do it.
Okay. So now we have, okay, this is interesting. We have heroes generated in the hall, but they're still making me type it in. I kind of don't love that, but maybe I'll just do it anyway. Mike, can you come up with a bad fantasy hero name for me?
How about Michael Shadowbeard?
The rules here, if I'm typing, you're talking. I think Michael Shadowbeard is probably a rogue.
I think he probably
is.
And
I think he's absolutely living outside the law.
Yeah.
Enter the tavern. Okay. And you notice we actually did add you up here to the Hall of Heroes. All right. We've got some like choose your own adventure kind of activity. This is so interesting. Off that one tiny prompt. Wow. What do you say, man? What do you want to do?
I mean, I think we should talk to the wise bartender.
Seems good. Your choice. Okay. The journey begins. Now, it sounds like that's as far as we're going to be going with this version of the app. It's asking
that
me
is
now.
Pretty close to what I asked for. I mean, just the kind of the opening scene of the game. Yeah. So I think we did it. I'm gonna throw a link to the hackathon rules in the description of this video as well. So if anyone else wants to kind of go through and try to play with these same kind of concepts and prompts, they can, because it's what's fun about a predefined set of tasks in the way that these are laid out in trials is it really gives you a sense of like what you're trying to accomplish and where. And I think that gives a really good sense of what you can do and how to think about using one of these tools when you're vibe coding. Because if you go too specific, you're going to be disappointed. If you go too broad, it's almost like you're just letting, fully hands off the wheels, eyes closed. Are you even in the car? And there's a sweet spot right in the middle where you kind of get something very close to what you wanted with a couple surprises sprinkled on top.
Couldn't agree more, man. That's why we're colleagues. Stay in the vibe zone, baby.
Technically, you're my boss.
Yeah, well, I hate it when you mention that.